Papua and West Papua are two provinces in Indonesia with a wondrous diversity of bird species. Imagine, of about 1,800 bird species in Indonesia, 650 are in Papua, and one of them is Victoria's crowned pigeon.
It's the aviary.
In the past, 1 month before the aviary officially opened, one of Irfan's friends gave him a birthday present in the form of a pair of Victoria Crowned Pigeons. These two birds certainly weren't caught from the wild. They come from captivity. And Irfan also has an official license to breed them. After this pair of Victoria Crowned Pigeons arrived, Irfan immediately released them in the aviary. However, a few months later, one of the birds fell ill. Irfan and his team had to catch it again and put it in a cage to make it easier for the team to treat, care for, and monitor it. Based on observations, this Victoria Crowned Pigeon has been limp and moody for the past few days. However, at a glance now, this bird looks energetic. Dr. Roy was worried that the bird's illness came from the fleas lodged in the body and the feathers. Therefore, Doctors Roy and Kong Pio planned to examine the bird's feathers before giving him medicine. The bird turned out to be relatively thin, although luckily, its body and feathers were clean of fleas. Thus, Roy's doctor gave him deworming medicine because he suspected the bird had contracted worms. After that, the doctor gave him vitamins. This sick bird must then be put back into the cage so that Roy's doctors and the aviary keepers can take care of him simultaneously. After being treated for several days, Victoria Crowned Pigeon finally recovered. And now, Irfan and his team will re-release it so the bird can reunite with its partner. Moreover, Irfan's father-in-law also happened to be in the aviary. Sure enough, once released, the bird immediately approached its partner. Victoria Crowned Pigeon, or Gura victoria, is a species belonging to the genus Gura. Gura consists of 4 unique and large birds endemic to New Guinea. The Victoria Crowned Pigeon is a large bird, almost as big as a turkey. With a length of about 74 centimeters, they are giant pigeons still alive on Earth. Some specimens can even reach more than 80 centimeters in length and weigh up to 3.5 kilograms. One other unique fact: they are named Victoria Crowned Pigeon in honor of the British monarch, Queen Victoria. In addition to being big, their appearance is also gorgeous and elegant. Their fur is blue-gray. The crests on their heads are fan-like with white tips that give them a peacock-like appearance. Their red irises look even more elegant with black masks around their eyes. Both male and female birds have similar appearances. In other words, they are equally stunning. The Victoria Crowned Pigeon's habitat is in lowland forests. swamp forests, and sago forests in Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. Although more common in the lowlands or near sea level, they sometimes inhabit hills nearly 1,000 meters above sea level. The Victoria Crowned Pigeon is a terrestrial bird. In other words, they forage for food in the form of fallen fruit, seeds, and insects above ground level. They rarely fly and only do so when they feel the need. Usually, they fly and then perch on tree branches to hide when they sense danger or when they are startled. After that, they will perch for a while, making contact calls and wagging their tails. Apart from these reasons, they also fly when they want to roost and rest at night. When taking off, they will flap their wings very noisy. They are gregarious birds that generally live in pairs or small groups. Even so, these birds tend to be shy and very sensitive to the presence of humans. So it is not easy to find them in the wild. What's more, they are reluctant to be near human settlements. If you want to approach them, you have to do it calmly and quietly. Victoria Crowned Pigeon is monogamous and tends to mate for life. Even though it's peaceful outside of the mating season, male birds can fight with each other when it's already the mating season. And in that period, the male bird will move and issue a mating call in front of the female, like this. The male will then choose a nest location, usually on a tree branch or bush. The male also has tasked with collecting nest materials consisting of twigs and leaves. After that, the female bird will arrange these materials into a nest. The female lays one elliptical white egg. Both parents then incubate the eggs for about 30 days. They also raise their child together. The chick hatches almost naked and will be cared for by their parents for the next 13 weeks. Although the chicks can fly after 3 weeks. The average Victoria Crowned Pigeon can live for 20 to 25 years. But those who live in artificial facilities, such as zoos, can reach the age of 35 to 40 years. These birds were often the prey target. Apart from their feathers and crests being taken, these Victoria Crowned Pigeons were kept as pets or eaten. Therefore, due to the destruction of their habitat, the population of Victoria's crowned pigeons has dwindled drastically. This Victoria Crowned Pigeon has been included in the list of protected birds. Their status has also escalated. From the previous vulnerable status, they are now classified as near threatened. Even so, their population isn't entirely safe. There is a possibility that Victoria Crowned Pigeons are still being hunted in the present. Not to mention if we include deforestation as a threat. Therefore, let's protect our environment and don't hunt and catch wild animals. Thank you for watching, guys.